There's an historic architectural gem firmly planted in the center of Greensboro. For more than 2 centuries, the Blandwood Mansion has been a part of the city's panorama. And even though it's now surrounded by Greensboro's bustling downtown, Stephanie Borland tells us this one-time home of a prominent North Carolina governor still offers intriguing stories about the Tar Heel state.
With its lofty central tower and stucco-surfaced walls, the Italian villa style of Blandwood Mansion was revolutionary in the mid-1800s. However, its design was considered plain compared to the Greek Revival homes that were dominant then. Now, its unusual motif makes it a national treasure.
It is the oldest standing example of Italianate architecture built in the United States, and because of that, we are a National Historic Landmark. We are considered one of the key structures in not just the state, but the entire United States, and it is here in downtown Greensboro.
The Gate City has grown up around this estate, and the home itself has undergone a major metamorphosis. You see, while North Carolina Governor John Motley Moorhead wanted its appearance to reflect his progressive personality and politics, its original foundation, built in the late 1700s, told quite a different tale.
Welcome to Blandwood, everyone. This is the entrance hall to the 1844 to 1846 edition. Now, the thing to think about of Blandwood is it's technically 3 houses in one.
Governor Moorhead hired renowned architect Alexander Jackson Davis to design the addition that tripled the size of the original building. That structure still stands on the back side of the mansion. It started out as a federal-style 4-room farmhouse built by Charles Bland.
One of the things that makes this house so extraordinary is the back part is the oldest standing structure on its original foundation in the entire city of Greensboro.
The Bland home, or Blandwood, was constructed 13 years before Greensboro was even founded.
Welcome to 1795. You are currently standing in part of the original farmhouse. Now, this room was called the hall. To us, that's a corridor, but to them, it's a dance hall. It's a dining hall. This is a multi-purpose room, as it is one of the largest rooms in the house.
Another owner added 2 rooms before Governor Moorhead bought the home in 1827. The complete renovation to the interior included marble mantels, decorative faux finishes, and pocket doors in the twin parlors. As the tour takes visitors to the 2nd floor, A.J. Davis's distinctive designs continue to be illuminated.
One of the things he designed was pocket shutters. Not only that, they're on the inside of the window, which is very peculiar. But not just that, he also did pocket windows.
Much like the home he helped create, Moorhead's policies during his 2 terms as governor from 1841 to 1845 earned him the nickname Father of Modern North Carolina. From pioneering more humane treatment for prisoners and providing free public schools to expanding transportation through railroads and ferry systems, it was Moorhead's goal to move the state ahead. His reconstructed law office stands in the same spot on the property as it once did and is still filled with some of his prized possessions.
When you come into Governor Moorhead's office, you'll find the original furnishings, everything from his desk and this blotter, and even a paperweight that was given to him by his daughter, Emma. There are a lot of things in this room that are unusual, especially this chair here. It looks kind of like the original Lazy Boy.
20 years after he served his state, his house served as temporary headquarters during the Civil War for 2 Union generals who received an unexpected visitor one day.
Governor Vance rode up and surrendered. He surrendered the entire state government to Generals Cox and Schofield, not in the parlor we're standing in right now, but the one behind us. And they let him go. But they had no orders to arrest him or do anything. And they immediately got orders to go back and find him and get him.
Governor Vance was later arrested in Statesville. 100 years later, in 1966, those invaluable pieces of our past prompted members of the Greensboro Preservation Society to save Blandwood from demolition, and they spent 10 years restoring it so it can continue its grand legacy today.
So you just kind of tie all that in together, and it's pretty amazing that this house is still standing here.
In Greensboro for North Carolina Weekend, I'm Stephanie Borland.
Blandwood is located at 447 West Washington Street in Greensboro, and the mansion is open Tuesdays through Sunday. For more information, you can call them at 336-272-5003 or log on to their website at blandwood.org.